Are we live? Are we live? Possibly. Yes, guys. Yes. Sorry, I have terrible internet right now. Just waiting for the stream to come through. I can see I've got two people online. Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you're watching from. If you're watching from Eastern Standard Time in the US, then hope you've had a good weekend. I know it's Sunday night, and maybe feel you have to go to work tomorrow morning, and maybe not looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys do for work in the comment section. I'd be interested to know, whoever's on chat. And yeah, blessed Tennessee Eco Man, nice PFP there, mate. Like that one, that Cyber Cub. Be cool to know what rarity that one is actually. And Dr. 23 Ripper, great to see ya. It's been a while. Yeah. Good to see you, bud. Really appreciate you jumping back in. I think this is the third week in a row we've had the stream back up and running again. So yeah, really happy to have a consistent stream going. Had a lot of busyness going on last week, so kind of barely had a chance to actually get it going, but managed to get one together, but it was a bit disorganized. We've got a few topics to talk about today, guys. Obviously we're going to be talking about a bit of the overall markets, how that affects CRO, of course, taking a bit of a look at CRO, how it's going, and any feedback that you guys want me to take, that I can take into account from you guys, can be with regards to NFTs, crypto, primarily in the crypto.com ecosystem. We'll be taking a bit of a look at that as well as some other some other articles as well, which I thought were pretty interesting. Some directly from crypto.com and the like. Notifications are sketchy, must be the algo. Yeah, that's actually a common issue, Dr. 23 Ripper. My mother was actually telling me that the other day. She was having that issue with some YouTubers, so I think it's pretty common. I'm not sure what the go is, so yeah, what's going on 2J3? I'm going good, buddy. What's good with you, man? Yeah. Thanks for jumping in the stream today, guys. If you if you want to send Crow to the moon, then make sure you let me know in the comments. Smash that like button, guys. I actually built some custom emojis for subscriptions and things like that. I'm going to talk about that today. We'll give it a few more weeks and sort of get that going properly at some stage. Just a quick one as well, guys. I think most of you by this stage are probably already in this competition, and I'm aware I've just hit 11k, but it's been going along slowly, guys. I've kind of been a little bit inconsistent with my posting and everything like that over the last year, but I'm finally able to kind of just find a bit more consistency now. And yeah, just to follow on from that, guys, just again, for those of you that aren't in the competition yet, you can go into the running to just win a free land plot. Okay, so when I hit 15k subscribers, you got to retweet this tweet, just tag one friend, follow me on Twitter, satoshiaoki7. I'm going to leave this link just in the chat box on the stream there. Sub to the YouTube, of course, like the tweet, and of course comment hashtag CRO SHOW, guys. So I'm just going to leave that one there, and let's just get straight into it, guys. I hope everyone's having a good one out there from wherever you're watching from. Let's have a bit of a look at the overall market conditions. What's going on? We'll hit a double refresh on the old CoinGecko there. So really a bit of consolidation in the markets over the last 24 hours. BTC did have that move up. Now I'm not sure if that was off the back of, well, a couple things that it could have been. Okay, so it may have started because of this. I think there's a good chance that basically we saw some positive price appreciation in the markets because of this. Now, and apparently it's not an ETF, it's technically a trust, whatever. I'm not here to get into the technicalities. I know they're different but similar, an ETF versus a trust. But in any case, guys, it's a big deal. Okay, BlackRock, I think it's something like close to or around $10 trillion US dollars worth of assets under management. Now, of course, 10 trillion is obviously not all entering into Bitcoin. Okay, I think the headline can kind of catch you out and think, oh my god, 10 trillion, that's all going to Bitcoin. I mean, obviously at surface value there is of course only going to be I'd say a very small portion of that. Well, I can't speculate, but I would imagine it's going to be under 5% going towards Bitcoin. Okay, but even 5% of 10 trillion, it's still a large amount. If we just do the math here, let's just have a bit of a look and see. And this is gonna have a big effect, guys. big effect on the markets. Is it 10 trillion or is it 10 billion? Hang on. I don't think it's 10 trillion. Let's double check that, guys. Let's fact check that. BlackRock Capital, how much under management? So guys, it is actually about 8 a.m. where I am now. I had a bit of a late night. Oh my goodness, no. Wow, that is insane. I was just thinking that number is too big. Like, that number's got too many zeros. But even 5% of 10 trillion. Ooh, is that 5 billion? I mean, that's mad, guys. That's a lot of money to potentially, you know, even if it's 5% of 8.59 trillion, a lot of money to enter into that market. Because, you know, whilst you may be thinking, well, you know, it may not have a lot to do with CRO. Absolutely, it has everything to do with crypto.com. It absolutely does, because the bottom line is people who are investing in altcoins, CRO being one of the more dominant ones here at rank 36, they want to see that strength in the market, but not just from retail. You know, we need that institutional interest again, and it's kind of been put on hold, guys. It has been put on hold because of this, which has had a further development here, guys. But again, Binance SEC reach agreement to keep US customer assets in country. Okay, so, you know, I'd say it's a small step in the right direction. I mean, for those of you that aren't aware, you know, SEC went ahead to sue Binance. Okay, it's quite an entanglement of information and corruption and all that and the other. But in a nutshell, guys, I think that I personally believe that the US are pretty aware. They're not trying to destroy crypto. They're just trying to, and I don't know how, you know, I'm talking about regulators, of course, SEC in particular, US government. Okay, they're not sure of the best way to go about this in order to get more money in their hands and more control. You know, at the end of the day, guys, every country is the same. Every country's government, you know, whether it's a democracy or not, they want more control. They want more money, and it's just the same thing here in the US. And quite frankly, I think they're just a bit confused. You know, we're in changing times where propaganda doesn't work so easily now. Of course, we've got internet, social media, you know, Twitter forums, Reddit. All right, information spreads fast. You know, it's just crazy, and people are becoming more well informed as well, so you can't really pull the wool over people's eyes so easily. Of course, it still happens on a mass scale, but I think people are slowly starting to come around to it. So it essentially means that, you know, SEC can't necessarily, you know, get away with things that they've done in the past. And I think, you know, one of the biggest ironies really is in, I guess, retail investors who are afraid of cryptocurrency. Just to touch on the point of the SEC is, I mean, Bernie Madoff, come on, one of the biggest, well, I think it was the biggest Ponzi scam in US history. And where was it? Traditional stock market. Okay, so, you know, the SEC definitely had some corruption, you know, in there going back centuries, you know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, enough said. So, yeah, we're going to check out a few of the other major coins and check out CRO. But, yeah, some pretty crazy things happening in the markets right now. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate them coming in hot. Makes a really big difference. And tell me if you guys drink coffee as well and how you have it. I'm having good old instant, just with the oat milk in there. Imagine if the whole stock market was backed by BTC. You never know, Tennessee. It could happen one day. I mean, let's face it, BTC is standing strong. Right, BTC is standing strong. You know, it really is. Oh yeah, thanks for dropping your Cyber Cub there, Tennessee. We'll check that out in a little bit later, just in the Cyber Cub segment there. But yeah, guys, this is another argument that I tell people about, I guess, BTC and crypto, just on the broader scale, right? If we just have a look, and again, obviously, like, you know, I'm aware that CoinGecko, like CoinMarketCap, and other websites that produce the numbers on crypto are not all 100% accurate all the time, but they're more or less right. And I don't know, I just like the layout of CoinGecko a bit better. But guys, like, you know, I know it's one of those memes. It's kind of like a meme or a bit of a running joke where influencers kind of say to make up for their incorrect decisions, oh, just zoom out. But in reality, guys, let's just focus on the facts. You know, I want to focus on the facts on this stream, simple as that. You know, I don't want to give too many outlandish calls. If I think there's a reasonable call to be made, then, you know, I'll give it. I did speak about a 10x CRO earlier on in this week, and I was serious about that on the back of the BlackRock news, okay, if that gets the green light. But what I want to say to you here is, guys, okay, 38,000%, right, almost 39,000% over a 10-year period for BTC, all right, 39,000%. Let's just, well, actually, no, you know what, let's round it down. 38,000% divided by 10, okay, so 38,000 divided by 10, that's a 10-year history on BTC, assuming that, guys, okay, 3,800%. Guys, that's ridiculous. 3,800% appreciation year over year to get over, you know, well, from, I don't know what, well, that's actually from an all-time low of $67. We all know that BTC started lower than that. But the bottom line is, guys, if you had have bought and hold Bitcoin and just treated it like a longer term asset, like people do with the traditional stock markets, like people do with their superannuation in Australia, like people do with their pension, then, you know, there's a good chance that you would be up if you just kept buying the dip, kept buying the consolidation, even the highs. You know, a lot of people are really frustrated now because so many people got in at 40k, at 50k, at 60k, didn't they? And now they're looking at their portfolios, they're down, and they just feel like they've made a really, really big mistake. But no, you know, I would argue that you haven't made a mistake. You've made a step, is what you've made, in the right direction towards understanding that crypto is it's the current, it's the future, it's existing. You know, again, another thing that always gets thrown around, oh, crypto's the future, crypto's the future. What are you talking about? Crypto's now. It's here in the moment. We're living and breathing it every single day, right? You can literally go ahead and use the crypto.com card to pay in store, right? You can use your card to pay for things in store. It's as simple as that. It's very, very easy to transfer, you know, money around from cryptos to banks and everything like that. You know, it's pretty seamless, getting easier and easier. Bitcoin ATMs all over the place as well. So what are you talking about? The utility's there, and, you know, if you're investing in BTC, then, you know, you're all good. So again, guys, hopefully, you know, if that institutional investment comes in, we see that price continue to grow for BTC, that will give confidence to the rest of the markets. And then, of course, our beloved CRO token, up 0.5 for the last 24 hours, should also start its run back up towards the all-time high. And, you know, I think, just quickly as well, do I think CRO can hit an all-time high? I'm not going to beat around the bush, guys. Of course I do. You know, why wouldn't it be able to? You know, I wouldn't say the utility for CRO is super strong, but there's definitely a lot of use cases for it, guys. You know, obviously gas on crypto.org chain, all right. Hopefully there's going to be a lot more stuff for CRO when it comes to accelerators that are coming on to develop projects on the Kronos ecosystem, all right. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of garbage projects as well, but there's going to be some gems and some diamonds in the rough there as well. And there's a lot of different ways you can use CRO within the app as well. Heaps of different ways, and probably a lot of updated ways that, you know, I haven't covered yet, but it's some ways that I used to cover back in the days when I used to make a lot more crypto.com content sort of a couple of years ago. Let's just take a bit of a look at CRO then, shall we? What's going on? As I said, down 0.4 for the last 24 hours, sitting comfortably above 5 cents at the moment, rank 36. You know, we kind of do want to see that rank back up in the top 20. You know, CRO was sitting pretty steady in the top 20. I think it might have possibly even been close to top 10. I don't know if it was in the top 10. Maybe you guys can remind me if you guys can remember. But not performing too badly overall. I mean, what do you guys think? Let's scroll down and just have a bit of a look at the candlesticks. Maybe we'll go to the 30-day period here and just have a bit of a browse. So this is interesting here. I think this likely coincided here. These 2 bits of time here. Yeah, so Saturday 10th here, guys, we essentially had that massive drop down, reached a high of 5.8 cents and dropped all the way down to a low of almost under 5 cents, the low there. Then we had kind of like that semi-train track formation, depending on what time frame you're looking at. We actually reached a high there on Monday the 12th there of 0.055 cents, and then hit that low again off the back of some more bad news. But again, we've been climbing, guys. You know, we've been climbing from the 15th, where we hit a low of 51949, and that takes us to where we are today, sitting at 5.3. So pretty steady. You know, there's not a hell of a lot going on. According to CoinGecko, we're down 94.44% for the year. And, you know, I always like to say this, whether I'm on stream or if I'm checking out the CRO price, just always give that longer term perspective. I was one of those fortunate investors who invested in MCO, invested in the Ruby Red Card from the very start, took some early profits on CRO token and all that kind of thing. 342% up, guys, over the last 4 years. So again, a similar narrative in my opinion to Bitcoin. Now, I'm certainly not comparing Bitcoin to CRO, completely different, okay? Completely different altogether. Bitcoin, the digital gold, CRO, utility token for the Crypto.com ecosystem. But in a nutshell, guys, it looks to me that if you're a little bit more risk adverse, perhaps anything outside of BTC, in my opinion, you need to be a bit more risk adverse, then this could be a good option, all right? Because even down almost 100% for the last year from that all-time high of 96 cents, guys, if you would have bought and held CRO, don't forget it's come up from 1 cent, guys. So let's average it out. 342. We'll even take it down from 342.79 to 342. Divide that by 4, okay, for 4 years. So 342 divided by 4, that's going to give you an average of 85.58% increase year on year for the last 4 years, folks. What is a good year in the traditional stock market or in the housing market? I'll tell you what it is. It's about 15%. Now that's a good year, okay? That's a good year. So the reason why I'm telling you all of this, it's very easy to go to the year and think, well, oh my God, I invested in CRO at like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 cents, and like, what's going on now? What's going on now? It's just like, what's happening with that price? We'll zoom out to the max timeline. But seriously, guys, you might not like to hear it, but get a bit of perspective if you're in that boat, okay? Look at this here. Rejection. But we formed higher highs each time, and, especially with the BTC halving coming in 2024, guys. It is coming next year, right? Alright, guys, it's too early for me. Yeah, April 26, 2024, guys. We got the Bitcoin halving, guys. Alright, Bitcoin halving, block rewards cut in half. That always generally coincides with a significant price increase for BTC about a year after, guys. So I know everyone's kind of calling the bull market 2024 could come. Alright, no one really knows when it's going to come, by the way. No one really knows. Everyone can just speculate, but if we actually look back at history and look at the statistics, then it may also be more realistic to expect a full-on bull market. When I say bull market, I'm talking about CRO back to that 90 cent level, BTC above that 40k level, and 40k is the hard support that may never even ever be broken again. All right, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about bull market. Then that might not come till 2025 off the back of that BTC halving. But guys, do you think Crypto.com, one of the most reputable exchanges internationally, is not going to come along for the ride? Like, give me a break. And I'm not sure if it's just me, but I've kind of noticed in the comments and just the general Crypto.com ecosystem, there's a lot less FUD, bearishness, scam calling about CRO and Crypto.com specifically. I have actually noticed that, and that's actually quite interesting because we're still pretty bearish, I would say. So I would have expected a little bit more of that, but let me know what you guys think about the general sentiment there on Crypto.com, and I guess how people are kind of feeling about the asset right now. So yeah, and in terms of any other info, guys, again, we had a bit of a run up, but for the month, down 15%, 12.2% down for the 2-day, and 2.8% down for the last 7 days. Okay, so we'll jump back in the chat, see who's here, see what's going on. Let me know if you've got any questions or maybe any Chronos projects you want me to check out. We can also just go ahead and have a bit of a look at that before we move on. And yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you drop a like in the chat. Would really appreciate that. I know it's kind of like an annoying thing that YouTubers ask you to do, but it actually makes a massive difference. And if you've got a YouTube account, I'd really appreciate, if you like the stream, to drop a like there. Appreciate everybody being in the chat. Let's have a bit of a look and see what's going on here. Do you think if Binance falls behind because of regulation, will the race be Coinbase versus Crypto.com? Are there any other exchanges comparable? That's a really good point, Dr. 23 Ripper. So Dr. 23 Ripper is essentially saying, could Binance fall through because of this SEC thing? I think I'll start off just by saying it's my personal view that I don't think Binance is going to fall behind because of this SEC thing. I think even if the SEC managed to I don't know if they're still going to, I'm assuming they're still hashing it out in court. I don't know what the most recent updates are aside from this news here. Okay, Binance SEC reached agreement to keep US customer assets in country. I haven't even read through that full article, okay, but these are a few headlines that I am seeing. Like I said, I know maybe a few of you guys are just tuned in, but I mentioned this at the start of the video just to basically say, for me, this is a good step in the right direction, just really for all of crypto, more specifically the short to medium term price conditions, basically for all assets. Okay, now based on that, what you got to remember, guys, is that it's Binance US that would only be negatively affected if they were able to freeze funds temporarily, and if they were, I guess, able to stop Binance US from operations. I suppose that would be more or less the worst case scenario, but you are kind of right in thinking that even if Binance International is not sort of affected holistically in the same way that Binance US is, if Binance US go to court against the SEC and they fail and they're actually found guilty of charges, then they are just simply going to become less trustworthy for sure. People, even if they're not holding crypto on Binance in the US, they may look to other platforms like, can you guess, crypto.com, like a Coinbase, okay, maybe like Nexo, eToro, even though the fees are extortionate and it's not like an actual crypto exchange, okay, or they might look to other assets altogether, okay. So it's kind of funny how it could work on a technical level. All right, theoretically and technically it shouldn't have any effect, but emotionally it may have some significant effect on retail investment if Binance turns out to be guilty of certain things. But it also depends on what the charges are, and because I don't know, guys, again, I've been an investor in BNB. I don't really hold any now, but I held a lot of BNB from around $8-12, and sold, made a bit of profit on it, and I used to use the exchange a lot. I don't use it anymore, but I've never had a bad experience. The number one exchange, they do come under a lot of scrutiny, but they tend to always just get through, you know what I mean? And I think they're important for us, and I think it's important to try and get behind Binance and support them as much as possible. But look, and just to follow on from that, Dr. 23 Ripper, I do think some, I think I kind of mentioned this in one of my recent videos. I do think that some folks will potentially cross over, more assets from Binance might actually enter into crypto.com, even just based on the back of this pending issue, right? A little bit how maybe like Ripple, for example, Ripple investors are a little bit hesitant to really pull the trigger on Ripple until this Ripple case is almost finalized, which I think is pretty much almost meant to be finalized like literally within the next month, or possibly even sooner. So it's just not really. It's a little unclear at the moment, but I think all in all, long term, CRO could definitely benefit, or is more likely to benefit from the Binance SEC news, depending on kind of how it goes, So maybe we'll just take a bit of a quick look at this as well. Actually, I wanted to bring that story back up because that's what. Sorry, guys, I accidentally deleted an important story in relation to Nike that you guys may have heard, but it impacts crypto.com NFTs and all NFTs in general. So let's just have a bit of a look here and see. Alright, so what are the main points here, just to get a bit of a glimpse? Binance and the SEC reached an agreement to avoid a full asset freeze of the platform in the US and keep customer assets in the US after a US district judge signed off on a consent order filed Saturday. So apparently it is official, guys. Apparently that is official, and they're not going to a complete shutdown. Okay, so the agreement was reached amid a wide-ranging ongoing lawsuit filed by the SEC, which could take months, if not years, to resolve. And that's the thing, that's what we speculated as well. Something like this is going to take a long time to resolve. So that's something to really be aware of as well, folks. This is, I think it's run its course in terms of it having its short to medium term effect on the markets. We had that huge pullback, BTC dropping under 24k for the most part, and we kind of bounced off that support and sitting up comfortably closer towards 27k at the moment. So I kind of feel like this Binance news has run its course. What do you guys think? I'm not sure. I think unless some other sort of news comes out, then I don't know. I think we're fairly good to at least consolidate for now, and that'll definitely affect the CRO price. Yeah, guys. Yeah, and the ETF, you know, just to touch on the ETF quickly as well, this is huge news, you know, absolutely huge news. And I did actually touch on this in a little video as well. I'll go to my channel there, just bring that up. So yeah, I actually touched on this here, guys. So where's the video? Also, guys, I'm not sure if any of you guys have been seeing my more recent, like, talking heads, walking down the street vlogs. I used to do a lot of these in the earlier days of my channel. Okay, so literally just pulling out the camera, no edit, completely raw, and just running my mouth off about, you know, getting something off the chest. And I spoke a lot about how the SEC is actually, you know, is actually bullish for CRO in this particular case, but yeah, it has to get the green light, guys. You know, ETF has to get the green light. Yeah, 10 trillion. Well, near on 10 trillion. I think they're around 8 trillion now. But, you know, guys, you got to understand what it means is this is. There was a part of my video that I made here, right, where it was really, really windy. So I actually had to cut it out because it just sounded really awful. But essentially, you know, BlackRock, think about this for a moment, okay? BlackRock, 8 trillion assets under management. They obviously have a huge team. Who do you think they're hiring to do their market research, market analysis on the biggest possible investors in the market, the whales, guys? They know what the whales want to invest in. If BlackRock didn't believe that whales in the broader sense, just people with a hell of a lot of money to invest, talking millions and billions, if they felt that these kinds of investors did not want to touch Bitcoin, they would not be wasting their time going ahead to try and apply for this Bitcoin ETF or whatever you want to call it, okay? They would not waste their time, okay? They just wouldn't. And you betcha there's going to be something juicy in the mix. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but the SEC are going to benefit from this if they approve it in one way or another, okay? They're going to get their piece of the pie in the long term. BlackRock as well, you know, it's not grayscale, guys. It's not grayscale. You know, BlackRock, extremely reputable, long-standing institution. This is massive, guys. I don't think people are really understanding this, and, you know, again, we haven't seen the effects that it'll have on the market yet because we haven't had the green light. But yeah, and I'm not sure when that's going to actually happen. But again, like I said, if it happens, guys, you know, that could be literally the number one catalyst that could tear us a new one straight into the new crypto bull market. Okay, and yeah, just quick apologies if you can hear my baby. She's crying a bit in the background. She's with my wife Karina at the moment, who's doing a blessed job looking after her. You guys will have to bear with me, fatherhood and all that, you know. Let's jump back into the chat here. And yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, you want to see CRO pump to the moon, then make sure you drop a like on this stream if you haven't already, before we jump into the next piece of news. So just going through the chat here. A92, thank you very much for being in the chat today, my friend. Haven't seen you before in the stream. Thank you so much. Is Australia real? Do you know what? It's not as good as it sounds, you know. Nah, look, to be fair, like, Australia is really nice, but people have a serious misconception of, like, the weather here, right? So I'm actually based in Melbourne at the moment, and I've just come from the UK. You know, I've been living in the United Kingdom for 8 years, and don't get me wrong, love the United Kingdom, so many perks, traveling around Europe, other parts of the world. As I said, lived there for 8 years, extremely grateful for my experience, but it's really cold in the winter, you know, it's bone-chilling cold. Okay, now just to give you a bit of an idea, a bit of, I guess, some maybe a quick geography lesson for those of you that are interested in Oz. I know I'm going a little bit off topic here, but actually one of my friends mentioned this to me the other day. I got a good friend. He actually lives in a place called Brisbane. Maybe some of you guys are from Oz in the stream, but basically, if we bring up the map, is this Oz here? Yeah. Okay, so basically I'm down here in Melbourne, folks. Alright, so down here, the further south you get, extremely cold, okay? All through the centre of Oz, ridiculously hot. Northern Territory, Western Australia through here, just ridiculously hot. Sort of Queensland, sort of northeast, really hot. You get a lot of crocodiles, a lot of box jellyfish in the water, so it's really hard to go swimming. There is a real sweet spot just here, guys, just here. You can slowly see where I'm drawing this cursor with my mouth. This is the best area through here to live in all of Australia, okay? Perfect conditions, not too hot, not too cold. It's just absolutely perfect. So yeah, just a quick geography lesson for you there before we jump back into the stream. So yeah, Australia is real. You know, I'm not sure if the map's real. It might not look exactly like that, but for the most part, I think it's real. And yeah, really appreciate you guys all being in the stream today. Really appreciate the likes. You know, we're normally going to have this stream running from 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. The BRB, thanks for being in the stream, mate. Really appreciate that. Use me card every day. Still early. You and Sid, brother, in Melbourne. Well, there you go. You know, the BRB, Sydney, in my opinion, much better weather conditions than Melbourne. Or it would, yeah, Australia is very real. Yeah. Well, let me know, man. Let me know if you think. I think, bro, the weather here right now in Melbourne is horrendous, mate. This whole week, raining, windy, so cold. It's just sickening. BTC halving happens when all the blocks have been done. Yep. So now there's never been so many people using BTC. I think these blocks, yeah, those blocks will come sooner. Yeah, that's a fair point, Dr. 23 Ripper. Definitely a fair point. Smash T, lovely profile picture, brother. Rocking the doodles, represent. Are we going to hit that all-time high again for doodles or what? Hard to know, you know. I think it's kind of similar to altcoins, right? I think if I think for doodles to run, the whole NFT market needs to run to pull them up. But certainly on a fundamental level, they're doing some really great things. Thanks for the answer. To add to it, Binance had some speculation about listing CDC. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, Crypto.com lists Binance, right? So why wouldn't Binance list Crypto.com? I'm pretty sure people are going to trade it. I mean, why? I mean, obviously they're a competitor. I get that, but it's like, you know, if people want Crypto.com CRO, they're just going to go to the app. You know, they don't have to wait for Binance to approve it, right? Yes, I mean, that's what I think about it anyway. Yeah, Australia is certainly very real. So yeah, let's jump into the next phase, guys. I actually just wanted to touch on a pretty important story. Alright, so just a quick one here, and I guess, you know, this really does have, you know, a big effect on the overall markets for NFTs. So just to quickly touch on it, guys, Nike NFTs to make their way into EA Sports. Huge news, guys. Games, and there's millions of fans. So they don't say, guys, but, you know, basically I think that Nike NFTs are going to be implemented into the popular FIFA game by EA. So this could be absolutely huge for NFTs on the broader scale, guys. So as it says here, in a June 1st statement, Nike said that its virtual creations, its way of saying NFTs will start being incorporated into EA Sports games in the coming months, though neither Nike or EA has revealed which game titles will include Nike's virtual goods. I mean, it's clearly going to be FIFA. Okay, that's just, yeah, it's clearly going to be FIFA. You know, that's pretty obvious. So, alright guys, so we might move on to checking out some loaded lions. The floor still sitting down at a 1.2k floor here. So pretty low, guys, you know. Loaded lions, for those of you that don't know, maybe you're new to the stream, they're the bored apes of Crypto.com, guys. You know, they are the bored apes. Goes without being said, almost. And of course, we've got the game in development as well, which hopefully comes around sooner than we expect, but don't expect that for maybe like another year at least, guys, honestly. So what we do every stream, we kind of just go and have a bit of a look at the floor and see if there's any lines which, you know, I kind of feel might be priced a little low. Let's have a bit of a look. So in terms of the rarities, guys, I think, oh yeah, so I've got the numbers here. So this CRO number here, basically, the lower this number, the better if you're looking for rarity. Alright, I think this guy's pretty nice, sitting on the floor at 5724, 1348. I quite like that guy actually. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a weird vibe. I like the green vest. I like the blue skin. I think the blue skin's fairly rare. I mean, there's another one. Well, it must be fairly rare because he's sitting just inside the top 6,000 out of 10,000. Like the specs, he's got the white mane as well. He kind of looks similar to my loaded line too. This guy's dope. Ripped black t-shirt. The grey skin works well. Laser eyes. The Raiden hat. I'm actually a huge fan. Not the best rarity though, 7,502, but I really like this guy. Good background colour as well. Yeah, he is nice. He is real nice. Really nice. If you guys hold any loaded lines, then drop them in the chat. I can check them out and give you my thoughts on them. Really like this guy. This guy's my favourite so far on the floor. Just that aesthetic. Really nice. Love that. This guy's pretty dope too. Don't love that sun. I prefer the circular sunglasses. Don't love those sunnies. Oh, this guy's sick. The Bruce Lee. Oh, he's awesome. Not great rarity, but that red background on the yellow, that just hits different, eh? That just works. I'm a huge fan of that. Really big fan of that. That's my fella there. As you can see, he's got the blue bandana. I'm not a huge fan of the bandana, to be honest. I'd probably rather another trait. That's the only one I don't love. But just for the simple reason that I've already got that one there. Yeah. It would make sense for me to get his twin brother. You know what I'm saying? Not really a fan of these Spartan ones here. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling them. I like Roman history, but not really a fan. Zombie's pretty cool. Plain black on pink with green zombie skin's nice too. This guy's got a decent rarity too, 4965. Kind of like this samurai mask too. This guy's dope, man. 5286 as well, comfortably in the top 6k. The Raiden hat. It's not a Raiden hat technically. It's not Raiden. It's the other character I'm thinking of from Mortal Kombat. Also, if there's any Crypto.com Chronos NFT collections you want me to check out, guys, let me know. We can check them out as well. I only am holding loaded lines, Cyber Cubs, and the Crypto.com land, and some Crypto.com gear at the moment. Oh, and some Argonauts and a couple other things, but not really too much. Oh, this guy's nice. Ripped shirt. Alright, so yeah guys, I think off the floor, you know, there wasn't a huge deal of loaded lines. This guy's pretty dope, but I just don't like the t-shirt too much. Alright, let me know if you guys got any loaded lines you want me to check out before we do move on. Appreciate the likes coming in as well, guys. It does mean a lot. If you are in this stream, then welcome. Really do appreciate you being here on this beautiful Sunday. Hope you've had a good weekend wherever you are. Hope you are, you know, embracing the start of the week as much as possible. If you want to send CRO to the moon, guys, make sure you do smash that like button, guys. It really does help get that stream out to more people and essentially, you know, incentivize me to continue doing these streams, guys. Got to keep that traction coming on, guys. But yeah, running this stream every single week, guys. So, you know, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you're here next week, guys. Got to keep this family going strong. Let's do it. The BRB, yes, bro. If Binance lists CRO, it's near all-time high again. Yeah, you know, yeah, I think, I don't know, man. I think like CRO, like, it would be good if Binance lists CRO, but honestly, I can't see it having a huge effect on the price, if I'm honest. And the reason why I say that, or why I speculate on that, is because CRO is, you know, it's already cemented, man. Do you know what I mean? Like it's performing, like, obviously the markets are down, it's still ranked 36. I mean, it's solid in that top 50. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's just have a bit of a quick look and have a look at that top 50. Sort of Aave sitting outside with a market cap of 32 mil, right? 32 mil is the 50th in Aave, and CRO 1.4 bill. You know, it's a billy. It's 1.4 billy CRO. You know, it's well and truly cemented, in my opinion, that top 50, and that to me is fairly significant. I don't know, or am I reading into that too much? Excuse me, I'm just going to sneeze. I think I need to sneeze, guys, so I'm going to turn the mic off if I do that. yeah, I don't know. Am I reading into that too much or what? Also, let me know in the chat if there's any Pepe investors here, guys. I got into Pepe pretty early, and even with the recent pullback, I'm still actually up just a little bit in the holding, just out of interest as well. I don't want to talk about that too much though, because that's just a little too degenerate. GALA sitting at rank 71. Again, you know, GALA, you know me, guys. You know, GALA and CRO are the two main projects that I talk about on this channel. You know, Crypto.com don't sponsor any of the videos. I do have an official ambassador link for Crypto.com with my own satoshiaoki handle, but you know, it just basically means I get better like rewards and stuff, or like better affiliate when someone signs up. But I don't even know the extent of the details on it. Yeah, but essentially, guys, yeah, I'm not really holding a lot of alts. BTC, ETH, CRO, GALA, a few shit coins, a few meme coins. You know, that's really all. But yeah, as I said, some Matic I've got as well. I don't even hold Binance. A tiny bit of SHIB. You know, just because why not? Crypto.com holds a lot of it because of its users. Yes, we know, but you know, so why not? So yeah, you know, to just touch on that, because I think that's a pretty good point. You know, about Binance listing CRO. I don't think it's going to have a huge effect on the price. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it 10x's. I'd love to be wrong, but I just realistically don't think it will. I think CRO is too cemented already in the overall markets for that to happen, but who knows? I could be wrong. Hopefully I am, you know. So really, you know, huge thanks for watching, guys. You know, we've got an average view duration of 8 minutes and 15, which is great. You know, you guys want to watch me for at least 8 minutes, you know, I'm flattered. I'm absolutely flattered. Please talk about Main City. Yeah, that laser eyes is sweet as. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, that laser eyes is nice. Yep, we're going to talk about, thanks for being in the chat, Silver King, appreciate that. Yep, I'll definitely be giving some thoughts on Main City just momentarily. We'll check out a couple lines and then we'll get onto that. So Silver King, yeah, we'll check out that line that you mentioned, buddy, 1377, and then we'll check out BRB's line at 8761. Nice work, guys. You know, if you're in the, and just a quick point before we go and check out these two lines, guys. You know, I just want to be really clear, you know, and I'm going to bring up one of my old videos, not to play it, but just to show you from a while back. Actually, I might have to just search for it. Actually, I think it was the most clickbait title ever. I did a clickbait video, guys. I said, don't buy more CRO. Yeah, I said, don't buy more CRO. Do not buy more CRO. Buy loaded lines, Crypto.com NFT instead, and become CRO rich. Bored apes. Terrible, right? Now, to summarize this, guys, you know, what you got to realize is, I think it's always good to have a bit of a CRO bag. Again, not financial advice, of course, but the thing is, in my opinion, if you believe CRO is going to be a trillion, well, let's just say billion for now, a billion, maybe even one day, you know, a multi-billion-dollar asset in the market. So if you believe in that fact, that's one check, okay? And this is me. This is my personal belief. I do believe CRO will reach all-time high again. I do believe CRO could be a multi-billion-dollar asset if it's continuously adopted, if they continue to add genuine utility to the CRO token. You know, if they don't, rug pull, which I don't think is going to happen, but anything can happen in crypto. You just don't know. Okay, not FUD, just truth. Now, if these things, so yeah, I'm a believer in CRO, the token. That's the boring bit. CRO is boring. You know, the boring token. You just buy it and hold it. The goal's 100k. Everyone wants 100k CRO because, you know, if it hits $1, you got 100,000. Hits $10, you're a CRO millionaire, right? Could we get a $10 CRO one day? I don't bloody know. I mean, I think it's pretty far-fetched based on where we are right now in history, but crazier things have happened. Let's just put it that way. So, I'm a believer in CRO, and am I a believer in NFTs? Absolutely. Okay, unfortunately, there is huge negative stigma around NFTs, and rightfully so, because most of the NFT projects, like altcoin projects too, guys, okay, are complete garbage. whether they're a scam or just trash or just unfulfilled promises, empty promises. All right, but within that, the integral technology of cryptocurrency has value. Crypto as a technology has value. Blockchain, bottom line, it does. You can't argue that. That's an objective fact. Okay, without getting into it, it is an objective fact. Okay, NFTs, a branch of that. Objectively, NFT technology 100% benefits humankind. 100% the technology does. Right, so I could not be any more strong in my beliefs on those two things. Then based on that, the company Crypto.com, they have their number one NFT. What is it? What's the number one NFT? Pretty sure you can read between the lines. It's Loaded Lions. Alright, it's Loaded Lions. Loaded Lions is the one. It doesn't mean, I'm not saying Loaded Lions is going to make it or fail or whatever, but what I'm saying to you is, and I mention this all the time, guys, I'm rarely going to talk about whether something is definitely going to go up or down. Obviously, I'll give you my opinion, but what I think is that, when you're looking at this kind of thing, you got to think about risk to reward ratio. Okay, risk to reward ratio. Loaded Lions have come up from around, I can't remember exactly what the mint was, but it was definitely under, I think it was definitely under $500. Okay. So it is well up from the mint price, which is pretty much 99.9% of NFTs. That doesn't happen. Okay, it's holding an extremely strong support. So what does it mean? It means that there's holders here. These 4,221 holders are very bullish on the future of CRO. Right, in this bearish time, what's going to happen when we hit full bull market in terms of NFTs, altcoins, crypto? What's going to happen when projects start? What's going to happen when the game comes out? What's going to happen if the game's good? And actually holding a Loaded Lion means that you're going to get all these mad perks, in-game earnings and everything like that. What does that mean? What could happen then? It means there's going to be scarcity choke on the supply. People are going to be running back into this collection. Alright, the OG Crypto.com collection, the Loaded Lion, it's established. Right? It's established, but it's still flying under the radar, and in my opinion, like the other main Crypto.com NFTs, extremely undervalued. For example, right, and also as well, the price entry for the tier of NFT, right, Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, okay, the two main PFP projects on Ethereum chain. No one can afford those. No one can afford those NFTs, but maybe the average Joe might be able to afford a $1,200 Loaded Lion and get in a little earlier before the major hype comes in and the bull market trend comes in. I picked up my Loaded Lion for around, I think, $1,900. Yeah, okay, it's down $600-700. Yeah, not ideal. You can't control the markets. I'm not phased. I'm definitely not selling. I'm looking to snag a second one. 100%. I'm looking to snag a second one. So that's how I feel about it, guys. These are a valuable asset, and also another point that you got to try and remember as well is this is not just a standalone project with no relation to anything like that. They've got the relation, obviously, to Crypto.com. It's not just some random project, Loaded Lions, here we are, just out the blue. What have you done in the past? Like, Crypto.com have put a percentage of their reputation on the line by endorsing Loaded Lions as their main PFP. For example, if Loaded Lions does a rug pull, I don't think it'll happen, but if it did happen, how do you think that's going to affect the Crypto.com brand as a whole? It's going to be very negative, I can tell you that much, alright? And it's going to be bad for the whole business, alright? Crypto.com don't want that, so they're going to be very serious about what projects they officially kind of endorse, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so yeah, I think Loaded Lions, guys, all the way. I'm a huge believer. I'm looking to get a second. Let's check out. I know that was pretty elaborate, but I think it's kind of like just to try and give you some overall perspective and context about how I feel about that. 1377. Let's go check out this Loaded Lion. So yeah, this is for Silver King here. Appreciate the likes coming in hot, guys. Remember to smash that like button if you are enjoying the stream. Appreciate you guys being on. An average view duration of 9 minutes 25. Really appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. I've just distracted myself and forgotten the bloody number. 1377. Alright, let's type that in. It's been a while since I've looked up some loaded lines for the community. I'm loving it. Ooh, nice Silver King. And a pretty good price too. Let me know if you own this Silver King or if you're looking to make an offer. Oh, last sale was $14.60. Yeah, let me know if this is yours, Silver King. So what do I think? Actually, I know my pitch is kind of getting in the way, so I'm gonna kind of do that so you don't have to look at my face. Overall, love it. I love the traits. I think what's really nice is the black. Okay, black t-shirt, the black skin, the black bandana, black sunnies. I like the plain black look. I think it's fantastic. I think it contrasts the yellow mane very, very well. And I love kind of like the Scottish, the kind of Viking style chin beard situation, whatever it's called. We'll check out the official trait. And, you know, it kind of works with the background. I do think there's probably a better background color that it could have had, but it still works. Alright, but it's not listed. It's got a decent rarity as well at 6,590 within the top 7,000, so that's pretty good too. I would be interested to know what the beard trait is called. You can actually look at the properties here. Okay, so 9% have the black body, so that's a pretty rare trait, so I think that's pretty cool. Yellow Spartan. So the head. Okay, so Yellow Spartan's the trait. I like it. I really like it. 3% have that trait. So this is what's making it a little more rare. The yellow Spartan headpiece there. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, really nice. Oh, you bought it today. Good man. Yeah. Good call, man. It's a really nice NFT, actually. I'm a big fan. I think that's a great move, buddy. Yeah, I like it a lot. I really like it a lot, Silver King. Alright. Yeah, beautiful NFT, man. Good pick. I think, look, again, not financial advice, guys, but you've bought the dip, man, on loaded lines. You've bought the dip with a decent rarity, 100%. Alright, let's move on to the BRB, line holder 8761. So he's a holder of 8761. Let's check out him, my bro. 8761. Yeah, I love this guy. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm going to tell you if I don't like it, you know. Yeah, love it. Background works. I do really like the background. I think it's more of like a interest. Like I'd kind of like to see how the you know, the actual line would work with maybe different colors. Like maybe like a red, something a bit more aggressive. I don't know, but it works for sure. More out of curiosity. Oh, nice! Got the CRO t-shirt and all, proper repping the CRO. Yeah, you know, this is you got some insane traits going on here with a mad rarity. Last sale 197, bro. That's a really good steal, man. I'm assuming that's, if you own it, then that's what you paid, 1975 at a 1524 rarity. Strong. That's strong, man. That's really strong. Yeah, no, I like the fact he's got a CRO t-shirt. That's really cool. I'm assuming that must be quite rare. The hat's nice. I do prefer the flat brim hat, like that fighter from Mortal Kombat, rather than the cowboy hat, but that's just my personal choice. I think the hat's cool. I like the mane though. The mane's cool, and you know I said before I love again guys, I'm not familiar with the names of the properties. The eyes, I dig the glasses, man. Purple Hipster's my preferred glasses over the Ray-Bans, the circulars. The white ghost mask, Japanese mask, yeah, 4%, that's dope. You know, I said that before, that I like that one. The earrings, yeah, love the earrings, they're dope. You know, I got the same kind of earrings too, had them for years. Oh yeah, and the Crypto.com tee, as I thought, that's what makes it rare, innit? 2% have that trait. That's dope, man. You done good. And there he is right there, the BRB. Like your profile picture on there as well. Beautiful line overall. I do think he could probably have a better background though. I don't love the background colour. I think maybe like against it's hard to envision. I kind of want to like PNG this guy and like put a different colour on him for you to see, but maybe like a I don't know, maybe not yellow, green maybe. I don't know. I don't love the pink. I think it could work better, especially because you got the red skin. Red skin is awesome though. Red body. Yeah. Great pickup. And awesome rarity as well. Really, really nice. Love that. Yeah, nice colours on 1377. Really smooth. Really smooth. Yeah, man, you're repping the Cyber Cub, you know, Eco Man. That's cool. You're in the game. You know, it's always good to just have some skin in the game. And that kind of brings me on to a little point that I'd like to touch on as well. You know, it's kind of like when it comes to the crypto.com ecosystem as a whole, you know, there's realistic entry points, right, guys, in terms of getting into this game. All right, so main city, the game. Excuse me. I just wanted to point something out here, which I think is pretty important. So it's like, you know, even if you don't want to play the game, right, there's a realistic way that you can get exposure to this crypto.com ecosystem, the NFT ecosystem, without investing in, you know, these hundreds of shit projects that crypto.com just lists. That's another thing I'll quickly touch on, guys. For the most part, like, again, 99.9% of the projects, like on OpenSea, like on Blur, like on probably Minted, like on crypto.com NFT, they're not going to be like, if they're not already worth nothing now, then they're not going to be worth anything, you know, in years to come. Okay, they're just not. I'm sorry, but something like this, right? If you're someone that, you know, maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you're unemployed, maybe you just don't own a lot of money, maybe you're struggling, maybe you're in hard times, you know, and if you're in that situation, you know, you might still have a realistic chance to actually spend $8 to get an NFT with a 50k supply, one of these expedition backpacks, and you might not have the time or even want to play the game necessarily. But again, if Main City is a successful game with good earning potential, which is, you know, it's a challenging feat, guys. You know, I don't want to speak to, you know, what I think is going to happen with the game, but essentially, yeah, we need to hear who the developers are first. Okay. But yeah, essentially $8 you can enter. Okay, you can enter for $8. You know, whereas a lot of these NFTs on OpenSea or whatever, or even on GALA games, you know, that's one of the things with GALA games. It's like a lot of the NFTs are just too expensive. But again, it's kind of a different story. It's going a bit out of context because the idea with GALA games is early investors are the ones that have a lot of money to buy NFTs. That kind of props up the economy in the game, etc. But that's a whole rabbit hole that we're not going into in this video. And then you got even if you want to take a step up from there, you know what I mean? We're doing my giveaway, the $54 giveaway. Well, with the current floor, but I think these could hit $1,000 floor, easy, no bloody worries, mate. Why? I mean, why is Sandbox Land going to be so much more valuable than Crypto.com Land? Sandbox Land, yeah, they have playable demos and everything like that. Crypto.com don't, but once they do, then what makes Sandbox more valuable? Sandbox Land is priced at around, I think the floor's around $1,000 US. All right, for 100k assets, we've got 25k assets. I think they're adding a secondary land collection of another 25k, so that'll bring the total to 50k. But 25k Genesis, well, I don't know if Genesis is the right word, but 25k the original collection are going to hold more value than that secondary collection of 25k. All right, so that $50.4 floor, guys, again, I reckon that's a bargain. You know, I got a few dunes. I'd like to maybe get a mythical. Haven't got one, but that would be pretty cool. But again, this is not an NFT project, you know. It's not an NFT project where the floor is just dumping to like a few dollars. You know, people know there's a game coming out. People know the branding of Crypto.com. They know that whilst they're not perfect, they do always eventually deliver. Just give me one moment, guys. I'm just going to send a quick text to my wife. She's in the other room. Do bear with me. Nice one, guys. So yeah, I said this a few times, guys. Crypto.com land, again, we talk to risk to reward ratio. I think it's huge. I think it's huge. And just to quickly show you, just want to show you the price of sandbox land. You're wondering, well, why do you say it's going to be $1,000? Well, I look at what other projects are in the market at that price. Like similar projects, I mean, not just NFTs, of course. But let's literally just go straight into the sandbox and have a look. Look at this. Okay, so a little under, they've dipped down, but I bought these like at really cheap. I can't remember what price, but so cheap. I got a couple plots. 157,000 volume, so it's genuine, okay, in terms of the volume, right? I don't know why it's not updating the items, but I know they got like over 100k items there, right? 0.345 ETH. What's the 0.345 ETH right now? Let's check. $0.34. Oh, bugger off. $585 at the moment, right? Okay, so it's a little down, but I know they were at the 0.9 like I think maybe like about 6 months ago. They're going to reach that again, right? So if Sandbox can sit at 1,548 in a bear market, that's what it was about 6 months ago, then you bet your bottom dollar, I think, that this could hit $1,000 floor. Doesn't seem possible right now at $54. What does it need to get there? A good set of developers making main city. We get news on a good set of developers, shortly followed by, or in whatever order, we get some wicked in-game gameplay, not just some cinematics, some actual in-game gameplay. Yeah? If it's good, fantastic. That's one step out of 3. Second thing, we get a demo that NFT holders can play. Plays well for a demo, beta, fantastic. We know who the developers are and we're happy. Then that could be a GG in my opinion for First Frontier. 100%. 100%. But they all need to happen and they may not, but the most important thing is in place. Again, the risk to reward comes from Crypto.com as kind of like that foundational layer of support. I believe. You know what I mean? Then if we go ahead and look at Mythicals here, holding a strong floor as well, 4099, right? Comfortably over $4,000 for 250 assets on these Mythicals. So again, I think these are extremely undervalued. Top tier, extremely, but expensive. Expensive. Right, I'll jump back in the chat, see what you guys are saying. And yeah, welcome to the CRO Show, guys. If you have just joined us, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, we'll run this one. We did start a bit later today, so apologies for that. We're going to try keep it at 5:30 EST on Sundays going forward. So yeah, really appreciate the viewers in the stream. Damn, that average view duration getting up to 10 minutes 15. Really appreciate you guys bringing up my average view duration. It's definitely going to be good for my YouTube analytics and algo. Those colors, yep. The BRB, thanks man, upgraded to him from another line earlier this year. Yeah man, good call bro, good call. Kind of curious to see what your previous line was though, as well. But I mean, shit, that rarity, man. You can't. That's some serious rarity you got going on. Top 2K, well played, bro. Well played. Very well played. You'll get your line, Tennessee. Don't worry. Ergen van Gunst. I know I butchered your name, buddy, so sorry about that. But yes, we will absolutely check out your name, my friend. Is that German? And yeah, guys, please, if you just don't mind, just quickly, just going out and smashing the like button on the stream, guys. It really does make a huge difference to the YouTube algo. 729, let's check out this line. That's, wait. Okay. Alright, why am I not? Hold on. No, we want number 729. What am I doing wrong here, guys? Why can I not see line 729? Why is it not giving me 729 there? Appreciate the likes, guys. Awesome. I'm looking for line 729. Why can't I find it? Oh, that's your land. Oh, that's your land 7203. What's your line 729? Why isn't it coming up in the search though when I put it in? Why is that not happening? Like, I'm getting 7295. Where's 729? Oh, here it is. My bad, bro. My bad. Like, look, I've typed in 729. Like, why is it bringing up 7295 and putting 729 there? I mean, why? That's annoying. Really annoying. Alright, so checking out this lion. You know what would have been cool though? They should have had some female lions, right? Or maybe there is going to be a female collection coming out. I wonder. Nice. Love the panda skin. Love the white mane. First off, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the t-shirt. The background color though, I'm actually alright. I think that contrasts the white really, really well. And just because it's a feminine color, I'm alright with that. Like, I like a lot of feminine colors. I do like, so long as it works, you know. And it's not that I don't think the t-shirt works. I don't know. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. The black skin down the bottom there is cool too. I don't know. I just I've never been a fan of. You know what? I think I might have to go back on that, and the reason why is because the contrast is just too good. And I'm talking specifically about the zebra. I mean, what's it called? Striped tee on panda body. Okay, 5 and a 6% rarity. Now, what the hell am I going on about? The fact that the combination of the striped tee and the panda body is really good, and then you've got the white mane that works really, really well. That's aesthetically a beautiful line, really nice, and the background works too. I think it's because, you know, I've seen a lot of these striped tees on other lines and I haven't liked them, but I have to say this is the first line I've ever seen where I've actually really liked the striped tee. I'm a fan. Rarity's not the best. It's 7444, but you know what? This is a gem. I think unless you've got like top 2000 rarity, then, you know, I think aesthetics are pretty significant and important. He's really nice, man. Good job. Yeah, I really like it. I'm a huge fan. I think out of all the lines we saw today, this along with the yellow fella, yeah, the trait combinations are on point. Very nice. Trait combinations on point, guys. Really good. Belgium, nice. I love Belgium. Belgium's good, man. Been a couple times. Really nice. Alright guys, so we're going to run the stream for about another 12 minutes, okay, then I'm going to be signing off for today. But yeah, really appreciate you guys jumping in the stream today. It means a lot. We're going to be running this stream every single week, guys, so yeah. Sundays, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Like, subscribe, notification bells on. Alright. So Tennessee Eco Man says, I hope it's on mobile, console and PC. Knowing Crypto.com, I would be pretty shocked if they weren't eventually going to work towards at least PC and mobile. You know, just to start. I think getting it on PlayStation and stuff is pretty, like, extravagant. And Xbox, sort of like those AAA consoles, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But no, I totally agree. Like it needs to be on mobile, for sure. Needs to be on mobile, 100%. Yeah, guys, if you just joined the stream, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, running this stream. Make sure you get amongst it. All right, 7203. That's your land, huh? Take a quick look at your land. What do you got? There was a few more things I actually wanted to talk about today, but I think we're going to run out of time. No way! You have a mythical? I need to know if you bought that or if you minted it. I'm going to be really jealous if you minted that, but very happy for you. Envious. Fantastic, man. So good. Yeah, you know, I think that these top rarity NFTs, specifically the mythical land and the mythical backpacks, yeah, they're going to explode, I reckon. They're going to explode. These are sitting. Oh, these have dropped a little bit, which is good because I actually wanted to buy. I wanted to buy in. I want one of these. I'll try to pick one up too. Yeah, that's a great land, man. Good job. Good job on that land. Fantastic. Really, really nice. Really nice. Alright guys, so yeah, got about another 9 minutes, so just under 10 minutes, so just moving on. Moving on to the Cyber Cubs, guys. $193 floor price. We'll have a quick look through the Cyber Cubs. See if we got. He's not showing his rarity. We got a 4-3 here. Pretty cool. I swear these traits are just. These traits are freaking whack on the Cyber Cubs. How's my border looking today? Did I fix that up a bit? Yeah, it's looking better. Took it there, slightly off on the top, but it's really hard to get it like precise unless I make it a bit thicker. But I don't want to make it too thick. My border, webcam border, I'm talking about, guys. Sorry about that. These guys, I swear, these guys had too much acid, man. Or some mushrooms or something. They're just tripping out. We've got some pretty low rarities here, don't we? Pretty low rarities. Whew. Oh, look at this dude. This is the one, guys. 229. 229. I think. Yeah, this is the one. 2970. I like that guy with the cracking on the head. He should be more rare though. What the hell? I don't get this, man. I mean, I just think I do have one Cyber Cub too, but I just think they all look pretty bad, to be honest. It's rare to see a good one that I like. He's got the he's got the neon BB gun. That's what makes him rare. Plus the hypnotic eyes, 2%, 1% have the BB gun. I'd probably maybe go for him if I was looking to add another Cyber Cub, which I probably will, to be fair. But yeah, guys, I think at the moment, like when it comes to Cybercarbs, Lions, and all that, I think like I'd probably rather get a mythical backpack over a loaded Lion for now, just to have something in the top tier category. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Yeah, it's been really good having you on the stream today, guys. Really appreciate you being here. Yeah, I think average review duration of 11:47, which is really, really nice. Oh, you bought it, Jürgen? Yeah, nice, bud. Really cool, really cool. That's awesome, man. Good for you, man, Jürgen. You know, I think you're onto something there, buddy. Personally, I think that's a great call, man. You know, I think Crypto.com Mythical Land is going to be same with the mythical backpacks. Same with let's just say mythical backpacks and mythical land. I think there's going to be like a significant gap between that particular NFT and the previous one in terms of the rarity, if that makes sense, right? So I guess we'll kind of touch on this and then we'll end up the stream, guys. But so, you know, you got mythical here, right? You know, you got your mythical, your legendary, epic, rare starter. Okay, now I think the gap between mythical and legendary is going to be the biggest in terms of like potential value, not only on the NFT but also on the earning side of things when main city comes around. So that's for you, Silvergate, touching a bit more on the main city. You know, and for an entry price of around $556 US, you know, when you compare that to what people spend on so many other NFTs that are just complete trash, you know, they just end up being worthless, I think it's a steal in my opinion. Whereas the gap between legendary and epic, obviously there's a gap, but I don't think it's going to be as big. Same between rare and epic, and same between starter and rare. Okay, those gaps between these first four rarities, that gap there, 1, 2, and 3, I think it's going to be far less than mythical. You know, I think in kind of like a similar way where like the obsidian card holders, well, I know the benefits are not incredible right now. Apologies, guys. One of my annoying alarms going off. So, yeah, where was I? Lost my chain of thought now. Yeah, so the mythicals, guys, big gap, you know, big gap between legendary and mythical. Oh yeah, obsidian cards. So, you know, similar way where there's like a big gap between the obsidian card and like the frosted rose gold, and the other one, icy white. You know, I know the benefits aren't really that good anymore on the card, obviously, compared to what they were when the cards first came out, but you understand, you know, whether you're an obsidian holder, whether you're a mythical land holder, a mythical backpack holder, I think these kind of holders, you know, they're going to put a lot of emphasis on really delivering the long-term value towards these holders, you know, because they kind of know, you know, these are the ones that, they're the whales, you know, they can, you know, you might not necessarily be a whale, but you're either a whale, and or you've got huge belief in the ecosystem on the whole. Right, so that's what I think. So that's why I think the value there, you know, it's a good buy in my opinion. So well done on getting that buy. So yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up in about 3 minutes. So I might just answer any last questions if you guys have got any at all. But yeah, appreciate the likes, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do smash it for me. Would really appreciate that. CC number 19. Good stream today. We'll tune in again. Thanks, BRB. Really appreciate that, guys. I hope you did enjoy the stream. And, you know, let me know in the chat if you'd like to see any other topics in stream next week that we can get set up and actually cover as well. We're covering crypto.com. Any major news there? Sorry, guys. Just getting random messages from the UK on my other phone there. So yeah, guys, we'll be covering, you know, overall markets, crypto.com, you know, overall markets in the context of crypto.com, talking about how the overall markets do affect crypto.com and all of that. And yeah, you know, that's virtually it. Ergen, you'll have to tell me CC19. It's not computing in my brain up here, mate. You're gonna have to tell me what you mean by CC19. Sorry, bud. What NFT is that? Cybercub, sorry. Alright, quick look at Cybercub number 19, and then we'll wrap up, guys. Let's check it out. Sorry. You can tell how little I care for the Cybercub aesthetics. Alright, quick look at number 19. Here it is. Ooh, I like it. Now that is a nice cub. Huge fan. What's the rarity on it? There he is, Mergen. Very nice. 4% I got the fish scales. 3%. How is the silver rake more popular than the fish? Less of a more rare than the fish scales. The detective hat 2%. I like. So this is why I like the nothingness on the outfit. 2%. I don't like all the noise, all the messiness with a lot of these other cyber cubs. They're too messy. You know, I'd probably like this fella even better if he didn't have the detective hat. If he was just plain, no hat, just with a rake, that would be awesome. But that all being said, I've never actually seen that fish scale aesthetic. Very nice. Huge fan, and great job on picking that one up. Ergen, really nice. I think the background colour, it's a little flat. You know, it might be nicer on like just, I don't know, maybe just black, maybe white. But yeah, love the plane, love the eyes, the facial expression, really nice. I can see you've got him listed at $1,000. So yeah, guys, anyone wants to pick up this guy from Ergen, $1,000. Take your shot. Rarity's not too bad as well. I think 8,000. Oh, actually, sorry. Why did I think this is a 20k collection? All right, this is what I want to know. Why someone like this, his rarity's not great? And again, this is one of these cases where rarity's not great, but aesthetic is great. That's how you kind of get away with it. Haha, look at this fella, rank 5. Damn, he's cool. Like that. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up the stream for today. Appreciate you guys being here. Means a lot. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit it. We're going to be running the CRO Show 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. So really thanks for joining in today, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Cheers guys.